Welcome in to Be More Balanced. I am Jalen. If this is your first time in the space, tuning in, tapping in, I welcome you and I appreciate you for choosing you and being magnetized to this channel, to this energy. Today, it's been a while since I've come into space. It's been some time and it feels like it's been a bit of a lifetime. I am growing, continuously growing on this journey, and there is so much information, messages, and things that are just happening in our reality that I've taken the time to integrate all of this information, integrate these insights that I'm receiving, integrate these uploads and downloads and blessings, really. So today I wanted to speak on and in the magnitude of the pressure that we are cooking in right now. If you are in the Western world, in United States of America specifically, I know sometimes folks are watching outside of that, but if you're in the United States of America, we are inside of a pressure cooker. And what I mean by that is there is a bubbling, there is a stirring, there is something popping off every week, every day, every moment. And the outside definitely reflects the internal. So what's happening in our ethers, the elements, our universe, our earth, it's also being pressurized. The sun, the solar flares, everything is cooking us up, right? And that's neither a negative thing or a positive thing. It just is. But I'm here to remind you that everything that you're feeling and integrating and growing through is for the betterment of this realm. It's for the betterment of our world. And I want to remind you, as I've been reminding myself, that you were built for this. You were built for this. You've been ready for this. The things that seem impossible are possible because you can perceive them. The things that seem like a responsibility now that you have are your ability to respond to those things. It's no longer anybody else's responsibility to carry your weight or your load, and it doesn't have to be heavy. You can make it real light. We just take one step at a time in front of the other, right? And what I'm really saying in the nitty-gritty of it all is that there are many layers of distractions going on, and your view, your perspective is necessary. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a business person, an artist, you are creating. And the further you create, not out of monetary gain necessarily, and it doesn't mean you can't monetize the thing that you create, because that's awesome, that's beautiful. But the more that you create, the more you're able to witness the clues that your highest self, your subconscious, is leaving forward or behind for you to fully understand, to fully realize why you're even alive. So the time that I've taken to sit with myself, to formulate my ideas, to pour out my creations, whatever they may be, when I really sit with myself, I'm able to decode my own artistic pleasures. And when we all realize that we are everything including the divine. We are not separate from. So when you sit with yourself and you create and you pour out, sometimes so that nothing else is left of your creations, when you share it with that realm, the world, you are leaving breadcrumbs behind and forward in front of you, so that the next man or the next woman or the next young lady or young man can remember why they are here. The songs that we hear, mostly from back in the day, and oftentimes there are a lot of artists today as well who are creating consciously, are creating with the life force of divine. So when they create and we hear their music, or we hear a poem, or we listen to a podcast, or we see them play on the field or the Olympic ring, we remember who we have always been. The Olympians, the artisans, the mystics, the shamans. Yes, even you in the business realm, you hold space as an anchor of exactly the frequency that God, the universe, perfected you to be, that you chose and you perfected yourself to be. So I am encouraging you, reminding you to pick up your sword, pick up your pen, pick up your material, even if it's your voice, even if it's your very presence, because most of the times that's all it ever is, and create with intention, with the consciousness and awareness to understand that you are leaving breadcrumbs or footprints in the sand for not only others to remember, but for you to remember who you are and who you've always been in this lifetime and past lifetimes. So when you get these hunches and these feelings in the pit of your stomach, your gut, one of your first brains, you'll know exactly what to do and how to move and what decisions to make, because you are creating from that ultimate life force, your center. Never forget, even amidst all the distractions, inside of you is every single answer, every solution necessary in our realm, in this timeline, is inside of you. It's inside of me. It's inside the next person. And when they do, when I do, when you do what you're supposed to do, what you're called to do, you activate an infinite frequency that emanates everywhere. It emanates in your city. It emanates in your community. It emanates in your town. It emanates in your country. It emanates in your state. It goes further and further and further. There's the ripple effect. It's the butterfly effect. I know you know what I'm talking about. So don't look to the left or to the right of you as if you're copying the next person's piece of paper to figure out what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. It's deep inside of you. It continues to chase you. Every time you don't do it, next month, next year, years from now, you still got that itch. You still have that idea. You still have that no. You still have that yearning, that incessant feeling inside of you that you were meant for more, and you are. We all are. So I say this with full encouragement to you to do everything you know you've been called to do. Everything. And just know that when you follow your North Star, when you follow your internal knowing, everyone and everything that's supposed to appear to help you on your journey does. Everything, everyone, everything you need is already here. You ain't never been lacking. You have never lacked. Any situation you've ever been in, you've come out stronger. This realm, this earthly plane in existence, it is supposed to be a battlefield in senses. It's supposed to be a testing ground. it's not always going to be the darker realm. No, there are beautiful lights in this realm as well, but it is a process. It is a purging of sorts. We grow through what we grow through so that we can be the most pure, lightest form that we've ever been before. So I hope this video resonates with you. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. I encourage you to keep chasing, running, sprinting, gliding, swimming, traversing through the fields of this reality, because you got this, or you wouldn't even be here. So with that being said, I like you. I love you. If this resonates with you, hit the like button, comment. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're growing, what seeds you're planting. Until next time.